Namaste to all. This short audio video is not going to discuss anything about mathematics, but just the thinking of the formula or the result of this mathematical calculation 1 by 0 is very philosophical. We would have studied, at least when I studied school, teachers used to teach us that anything divided by 0 is infinity. And obviously 1 divided by 0 also was taught to us as infinity. I don't know in today's situation what they are teaching, but when I was in school they used to teach that 1 divided by 0 is infinity. Honestly, if we understand division, suppose 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2. That means the inner meaning is when you add 2 times 2 you get 4. Or 100 divided by 10 is equal to 10. That means when we add 10 times 10 we get 100. So if we take the same logic for 1 divided by 0 is equal to infinity, that means if we add 0 infinite times, then the answer should be 1. This is the mathematical formula. Of course it is wrong. Even if you add 0 infinite times, first of all you cannot add infinite times, but if you add 0 many times, then also the result will never be 1, it will be always 0. So please let's take this logic into philosophical concept. That 0 means nothing or shunya, okay? So nothing can never become anything. So this is the basic philosophy of Almighty God in the Vedas. God, my Acharya beautifully explains the Rig Veda 10th Mandal 129th Sukta, first mantra. We have put a video around a couple of days back. You can see the same video again, Protect the Holy Cow part 1, where this mantra also is very clearly explained from the book, the Holy Cow book written by my Acharya. If you see the inner meaning, my Acharya would have mentioned that there was nothing called as nothingness at that point of time. That means during the final destruction, before the universe creation, stage of nothingness was not there. That means there was something else. There was not a 0 situation. Of course, this universe does not exist, but that does not mean that there was nothing. So 0, infinite times adding 0, it can never become 1. So similarly, nothing can never become this universe. There was something which became this universe. And there was something which made this universe from something to universe. This is what we have to very clearly understand and think about it. That how the power which makes something or which makes this universe out of something, that power is called as Almighty God, as defined in the Vedas. And God himself gives this knowledge of Vedas to explain to us that this is how I created this universe, and this is why I created this universe. Many of the YouTube viewers, even yesterday, day before yesterday, were asking why this universe was created. I'm not going to answer it now. I have already answered in previous videos. You could see that. But we have to understand that nothing can never become something, basically. So 1 divided by 0 actually is not infinity. 1 divided by 0 is actually undefined. It cannot be defined. It's not a right question at all. So when the universe was not existent, this universe gets created by the power of Almighty God. When the power of Almighty God acts on the non-alive matter. What is that non-alive matter? That non-alive matter is defined as Prakriti. If we see anything in this universe, everything is non-alive, because this universe is made of the non-alive matter. Alive can never become non-alive, and non-alive can never become alive. This is also an intent, or let's say a philosophical derivation of 1 by 0. Non-alive will always be non-alive, and alive will always be alive. So God never transforms himself into non-alive matters. Let's say if you see a wall in front of you, or a fan, or a table, or a chair, these are all non-alive matters, non-living things. God, it is not God. Whereas let's say the concept of Vedanta says everything is God. No, everything is not God, because God is an alive matter. His power acts, He has the power. His power acts on the Prakriti, and He converts the non-alive matter into this universe. So this universe is not God. Again, I am coming to the same concept that the Neo-Vedanta philosophy, which says that everything is Almighty God, is also scientifically wrong. If we understand a little bit of mathematics, we can clearly understand the Vedanta philosophy, the Neo-Vedanta, not the Vedanta, the Neo-Vedanta philosophy, which says that everything is God, is a fundamentally wrong concept. So that is why Vedas, Almighty God very clearly says, there are three eternal matters. Number one is myself, which is Almighty God. Number two is the Prakriti, which is non-alive matter. Because Prakriti is never destroyed. In the final destruction of universe, this universe gets converted into Prakriti. Just like from the seed the tree grows, from the Prakriti this universe gets created by Almighty God. And the third eternal entity or eternal matter is ourself, we Jivatma. Jivatma is unlimited in numbers. So this universe is created by Almighty God for us, not for Himself. And this universe is not created by Almighty God out of magic. Some of the major religions of this world tells that God says, be it, and this universe comes into existence. No, that is wrong. So God needs a non-alive matter, because God is an alive matter. God is Chetan Tattva. So Chetan can never become Jad, and Jad can never become Chetan. This has to be very clearly understood. If we understand this, then we will be able to come out of the illusion that everything is God, everything is Maya, there is no need for worship, or I am worshipping myself, I am God. These kind of, ignorant concepts will go off from our mind, and we can really focus on the Vedic way of worship, and we can focus to search a true master who will teach us who is Almighty God, how to worship that Almighty God, how God creates this universe, what is Prakriti. Because if we understand, I have understood from my Acharya Swami Ram Sarupji Yogacharya that he has beautifully explained many times in his pravachan about Prakriti. What is Prakriti, what is Rajagun, Tamagun, Satagun, where you cannot find these things in any of the books. I have read some of the books in Tamil where people have tried to define Rajagun, Tamagun, Satagun, but not very clearly. The clarity can come only from a Veda Acharya or a Yoga Acharya who has realized Almighty God in Samadhi. So that's why this 1 divided by 0 I was reading somewhere. So I wanted to give a short idea about Almighty God and the Traitvad, three eternal matters. Traitvad. Vedas do not speak about the Neo-Vedanta at all. Neo-Vedanta and Vedas are opposite to each other. Veda speaks about three eternal matters. That means 2 alive and 1 non-alive. 2 alive is Jivatma and Paramatma, and the non-alive is Prakriti, from which this universe is made. I'll meet you soon in another audio or video. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.